Oh, it's the bellboy. Guess, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. It's you. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district. Precisely. By the way, Detective Gams was looking for you. Oh, yes. He brought me some information, it seems. Lol. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. I think the report is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Poor guy. So how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this case, Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communication error during the investigation. Phew, that was close. Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again? Heard them say this so many times. I've been seeing that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still, wow, I never seen him this out of sorts. The poor guy. So, no, that's actually very wrong. Can discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. Actually, I'd like this. In a very polite manner, yes. Yeah, I'm sorry for this. I was not supposed to show this, but it's actually a funny line, and I'm going to pretend like I meant to do this. Did you like this very, very funny line? Yes. Oh, right. I'd better check this now. As I was saying, what's this? A record of ID card usage? Ellsworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? He ordered evidence of a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted to keep this here in the prosecutor's office, but it was solved, right? It would have been if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on that day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. I'm curious about the other case. Better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence screwdriver. Stubborn as always. I told you it has nothing to do with this case. Well, something I should be asked to. Yes, let's show him the victim's note. I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life, as I recall. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Bad memory. He's talking about the murder in the elevator. The nightmare you saw supposedly like doing things. The isolated incident was a heinous serial killing crime case. The head of investigation was the deputy chief of the police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old kid was involved in this case 2 years ago? Everyone is involved in this case, like everyone. Gamsu, he's involved. That bellboy, he's involved. That, I don't know, who else? That the old lady, the old bag, she's involved. Everyone's involved. You're involved. She's involved. Everyone's involved. I'm involved. Metax is involved. He's the murderer, actually. What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict. The killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. Then touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecution wanted to know something. My sister? What? You're still working on that scientific investigation? Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this don't tell him luminol test fluid. Well then, you might have to use this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been wow. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your pounder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Even me and Metax are there. How about giving this to Jeffrey Gamsu as well? Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. One, like 30. So... let's move back to the record room. Now that we're back here, let's do some stuff. Investigation turned out a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. This is the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that has left the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a figure. Well, we are either one. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. I'm starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? Just touch the screen. See? Okay, so for a little bit of time, I'm going to stop talking because, well, once the powder is well spread, just blow away and away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? Just blow with your breath. Imagine you're blowing out the candles off a birthday cake. Wow, that looks like fun. Yeah. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I'd better give it a try. Well, I'm not actually going to speak because while I'm speaking, the excess is going away and I can't take a clear printing. You see? But if I do something like... yeah. And I will also make sure I edit it because I will blow right into my microphone so that I can get all the excess away. Something like or something like that, because I really don't want you to have your ears blown. So I don't know, just sit tight and I'm going to deal with this. Okay, so that looks like a good piece. Oh, I guess I can just talk about it. Yeah, so that was a good one, a good placement of powder. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does that mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down, that's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem the same. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Yeah, there's another one. Seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. I wonder what I could do so that I can get more of this out. You know, besides just talking right into my microphone. Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, the print took a lot of effort to find. Let's not stop right away. So we're not done yet? It's quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? Guess is right. Well, look at the fingerprint that we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And what about the person you think left these prints? Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? This means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So, whose fingerprints would we most likely find in this evidence locker? Well, yep, those are gangsters. Big surprise right there. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gamsu. Why is he angry in this picture? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time. But there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. So, there was a bloody thingy or other here. Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this? There go your eyes sparkling again. Okay, let's check for the prints. We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area would have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints? Would you say the probability of hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the bloody one from the bloody hand. Well, try this one. Yeah, come on, try it. Oh, I guess I just have to. Go ahead. Okay, so let's start off. And go! Yes, go, huh? Nice. Okay, that's wrong way of doing things. Okay, so who could this be? Well, if you have no idea, just, well, you can check each one and get a good read on things. And, well, as we clearly saw, there was one person who this looked very close to. Well, these are obviously Marshall's ones. Hey, these fingerprints, they... Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Sir Jake Marshall. That got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in a crime. Emma? These are decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's print. The luminol reaction, the blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh, so we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a white bloodstain. But why would Officer Marshall? Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence.